Alright, everybody, what's up? It's time for One Piece, chapter 797. Almost at 800.
Yeah. We all know, based on the fact that there's only 3 more chapters before we get to 800, or 3 including 800, I should say, because it would be 98, 99, 800. And based on everything that's happened in this chapter and the way we left off, and the way he's been pacing the last couple of chapters, it's fairly obvious that he wants to make the last chapter of the arc chapter 800.
Yeah.
Even if they leave halfway through the chapter, he's going to somehow extend it, either by maybe panning over back to what Sanji and them, or having some other random BS, or have an entire chapter of friggin' Fujitora doing some speech or something,
Mm-hmm.
or taking his good old time trying to get ready for an attack.
Or whatever Law's doing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming Law's with everyone else trying to get to the eastern port.
Well, no, there's like a really quick statement at the very end of this chapter that like Law had like left or something. Um, it said, yeah, Trafalgar Law also up and disappeared. Um, I don't know if that
Oh yeah,
means they're still with them or
Law could. Yeah, there's a lot of things Law could be doing.
I don't know.
Actually.
Some people think he might be going to Sengoku. For what reason, I don't know, but
Oh, I wouldn't. In fact, I would highly. Well, no. See, it's kind of iffy. I mean, because Sengoku technically right now is probably surrounded by a bunch of Marines,
yeah.
so I don't know why he would want to risk that, or should I say that would be kind of a risky move.
Hmm.
But it would be kind of actually pretty interesting
Yeah,
to see
heck
what
yeah.
Law would have to say with Sengoku. But I'm assuming that now this is all under the whether or not he's going to talk to Sengoku is what is pretty much left to our imagination at this point, because there at no point do we is it shown that Law knows that Korasan was working with Sengoku,
Hmm.
because till his death, Korasan kept saying he wasn't a Marine.
Right.
So there's it's possible that he might have found out later on,
Hmm.
but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just might be that he's going to save Luffy with Room because Room
Or
is
maybe he's
broken.
maybe he will go to help Luffy.
Yeah.
But again, it's who knows what's he's gonna try and do,
Yeah.
because he's gonna try to find a ways to extend it. So there has to be some other stuff that goes down. But thankfully, for the love of God, thankfully, the final nail in the coffin.
Yes.
Of course, that Rebecca's not joining the crew, and
Yes.
but not before he gives us a heart attack. First, by naming the chapter Rebecca, and
Uh-huh.
then the whole point, and then the one point in the chapter, Luffy's like, "Come with me,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "No!" Now, the next, but no, Luffy went to Rebecca to say, "Hey, thanks, and are you really okay with what the whole situation with Kiros?" And
Hmm.
she's like, "Hell no." So he basically takes her to go see Kiros. Now, I think it's just I think it's both the Marines and the citizens are now under the impression that Luffy just kidnapped the princess, even though she went with him willingly to go
Uh-huh.
see Kiros. Now, this could lead into something that could help extend the arc, with Rebecca coming out saying, "Oh, my father's Kiros, and Luffy didn't kidnap me. He helped me get to my father."
Hmm.
Something like that. Which would be at least nice, because I would hate for Luffy to went through all of that to not be considered a hero of the country, especially since there's a very high chance that almost guaranteed chance that he's going to claim the island, or King Riku's going to put up Luffy's flag,
Right.
which I think is going to be. And if that does actually happen, then it'll confirm my theory that might be a trend in how Luffy gets his islands. He's not going to actually claim necessarily. Like, no, he claimed Fishman Island though. So,
Yeah.
but I still think it would be. He's at some point going to claim Dressrosa because Doflamingo doesn't got it anymore, and King Riku needs a way of protecting it without becoming a fighting king.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way Kyros is going to be strong enough to protect the kingdom on his own.
Right.
And as we've seen, his army's not going to be good enough either. So they need something, and so he would probably put up the flag of the Straw Hats.
Right.
Now, as for the whole emotional meeting between Kyros and Rebecca, it was nice.
Yeah, it was fine.
I mean, it's emotional, it's touching, it's, blah, da, 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 she's like, I don't care how many people you killed, you're my father.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll always be my father. So, it was nice and touching, and, now we have Fujitora on their way to the eastern shore. So, with Bartolomeo freaking the hell out.
Yeah.
Just that Bartolomeo has the best faces. It's like, ugh?
Yeah, exactly.
Nani?
Eh?
Of course, he also pointed out early in the chapter how he loves how Zoro gets lost. Just like Zoro's like, oh, I'm gonna go east. We're heading to the east port. Meet us there, Luffy. And then they yell out, "You're going south, Zoro."
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's, I think, is where it's even more funny. Because it's funny when he's on his own and he gets lost, but it's even funnier when he's running with a group of people and he goes the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because it's like, just follow the direction everyone else is going.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he doesn't get lost when it comes to finding his opponent.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, you had the meeting.
Yeah.
You had all that. So, mainly it's a question of what other subplots does Oda plan on concluding? Because that's pretty much what he sounds like. He's trying to extend it by concluding certain plot points, and God forbid, he might find is there? I just hope that there's. I don't know. Is there really? I don't know exactly what other possible subplots he could complete right now. Like we said, there could be the whole thing with Law and Sengoku, but there also could be. I mean, God forbid, we'll probably see the Tontadas again before they leave.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Tontada are part of the reason why the Straw Hats and the Coliseum Fighters are able to escape.
Yeah, I guess that's sort of true.
Plus, I'm still banking on the whole theory that Bellamy's going to sacrifice himself, just like Bon Clay did during Alabasta.
Right. As long as he doesn't become a Straw Hat.
He could join Law's crew, or for all I care.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even friggin' Bartolomeo's crew and be a Straw Hat fanboy.
Yeah.
Just don't join the Straw Hats.
Yeah, please. Yeah, at least not the main crew. Yeah.
You can join one of the allied crews or continue with your own crew if you even still have a crew.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much at this point this arc. I know this will disappoint many people, but this arc wasn't designed to gain a new Straw Hat. It was designed to gain Luffy a mass amount of allies.
Mm-hmm.
Just like every other Yonko.
Yep.
Or should I say, just like the Yonko, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So where we're heading next? Who knows?
Yeah.
So, and based on now this when Oda takes his next break is going to be the really tricky part. Because if I remember correctly, didn't he take a break, then release a chapter, and then we had that break last week, if I'm not mistaken. So would this last week count as his scheduled? Would that be count as a break? And if that does, he might still do a full 3 or 4 chapters,
Yeah.
which would get us out of Dressrosa. Or if that didn't count as his break, then we'd only have maybe another after, including this chapter, maybe 2 or 3 more chapters, which might get us out of Dressrosa.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the 4 to guarantee that we're out of Dressrosa.
Yeah. My guess, my first guess is that because of Oban, with the whole break, that he's just going to say, I'm just gonna stick it out to the the last chapter of Dressrosa, so I can take a week or 2 break or something like that. I don't know.
No, he doesn't take 2-week breaks.
Yeah, I know. But you
unless
never
he's
know.
hospitalized.
Yeah.
And we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, he's not Kubo, I guess.
No,
Just,
Kubo randomly gets sick. Oda, he works. They're forcing him to take breaks in order to keep him alive, basically, so he doesn't work himself to death and then cause the world's greatest tragedy in him dying before completing One Piece.
Yeah, that was the thing with Kubo, though. It was just before he started his last arc, he took, I think, about a 7-week break or something like that. So it was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just very. So overall, the chapter I thought was okay. The pacing could have been a little better, getting us more towards getting out of Dressrosa, especially since there's so much that we still have left to do in the entire world of One Piece.
Right.
Okay, come on. I'll be glad once. I hope the next couple arcs are no more than 25, 30 chapters.
Agreed.
At the most. At the most, because I mean, depending on what arc is next, it could be pushing that 30 chapter boundary, or it could be simple enough that it could be 15 chapters.
Right.
If we're lucky. But I just hope to God that by the time we hit chapter 900, 100 chapters later, that we have 3 or 4 arcs under our belt, maybe more.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
In that 100 chapters, because like I said, there's just look at Kaido. There's no way Luffy's ready for that.
Yeah.
And the only way he's going to get stronger is if he goes to other islands, faces other strong opponents, and gets power-ups because just like in the first half of the Grand Line, they got stronger and stronger as they went from island to island, beating stronger and stronger opponents.
Right.
So that's what they need to do. Plus, they need to increase if Luffy plans on being a Yonko before he becomes the Pirate King, he's gonna need even more allies, plus a complete crew. Because based on the numbers of Blackbeard, Shanks, he's gonna need at least another 2 members to have a complete Yonko crew.
Yeah.
So, as to who they are, who knows? Jinbei is a candidate, but at this point, it's starting to seem more like he's going to be an ally or a commander.
Right.
So, that's just about it.
Yeah, I mean, chapter was fine. So yeah.